Hi, so Math 20-3, we're doing topic 8, volume of composite shapes. So, we know how to find the volume of a variety of different shapes. We know how to find the volume of pyramids and prisms and cylinders and spheres. And now we're going to find the volume of composite shapes. Okay, so what we're looking at is we're looking at composite shapes, which are more than one 3D shape stuck together. So for example, first one, find the volume of this tool shed to the nearest cubic foot. So first of all, we have to break down what is the tool shed composed of. Well, the top here is a pyramid, and the bottom is a prism. So we have two pieces to this tool shed. So we can find the area of the top, the pyramid, and then we can find the volume of, we're looking at the volume, sorry, of the bottom, the prism. So we have two parts, right? We have this that's a prism and this that's a pyramid. So we're going to find the area of both of them, or the volume of both of them. Oh, area on the brain. The volume of both of them. And then we're going to add them together. So for the pyramid, it's a square pyramid. And this is a rectangular prism. So the square pyramid, the volume is area of the base times the height divided by 3. Pyramids, we divide by 3. We look at all of our units. The area of the base is length times width times height over 3. So that will be 6 times 6 times 4 over 3. So the volume of the pyramid is 48 feet cubed. Now, let's do the volume of the prism. Sorry about that. I'm doing this video in the middle of parent-teacher interviews. I have a break, so we'll just ignore that. The volume of the prism is, again, base times height, and it's a rectangular prism, so it'll be length times width times height, which is 6 times 6 times the height of the prism is 8, not 4. 4 was the height of the pyramid. And when we multiply those together, we get 288 feet cubed. Now we're not done because we want the total volume. And all we have to do is add those together, 48 plus 288, which equals 336 feet cubed. Sorry about that, I jumped my page. Let's get back. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Exciting. There we are. 336 feet squared, or cubed. All right, so that's your first one. So there wasn't anything particularly hard about the parts. It's just sorting out what the parts are. So we look at the next one. And the next one, again, I like to color these in. So we have a sphere on the end, right? And a sphere on this end. A hemisphere on each side. So if we put those hemispheres together, right on, they're going to be a whole sphere. And in the middle, we have a cylinder. So we've got two shapes there. So we have to find the volume of each of them and then add them together. So we have a hemisphere and another hemisphere. Together they make one sphere. And we have a cylinder. So let's figure this one out. So the volume of the sphere equals, and we have a formula for that, 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. And the volume of the cylinder is pi r squared times h. Okay, those are from our formulas. So let's substitute in. Now, we know the diameter. The diameter equals 3 feet, so the radius is half that. It's going to be 1.5 feet. All I did was divide that by 2. So let's substitute in. 4 pi r is 1.5 cubed divided by 3, and I get 14.137 ... keeps going. Here I get pi r squared, so 1.5 squared, times the height. The height is 8 feet. And I multiply those together, and I get 56.548 ... But I need my total. My total volume, I add those together, 14.137 plus 56.3, oh, sorry, 5. That's a 5. Oops. 48. And I get for my final answer 70.7 feet cubed. Okay, so again, all we did is broke it down into the individual pieces and added them together. Let's look at the next question. So this reminds me of, remember when we did the hollowed out sphere? This reminds me of that one. It says the diameter of this solid cylindrical shape is 10 centimeters and its height is 6 centimeters. A hole of diameter 8 centimeters is drilled right through this object from top to bottom. Find the volume of the resulting hollow object to the nearest tenth. So what that means is that in the middle, we've cut out a cylinder. Okay? Now, it says the diameter is 10 and the height is 6 centimeters. So all I'm doing is pulling the information out of the question. The hole in the middle has a diameter of 8 centimeters. Okay, that's all we need to know about that one because it's going to have the same height. Now, I still need to know my radius. So if the diameter is 8, then the radius here is 4. And if the diameter is 10 here, then the radius here is 5. Okay, so what I need to do is find the volume of the big cylinder. So volume of the big, and then I need to find the volume of the small. And then I'm going to subtract them, right? Because what I want to know is I want the volume of the resulting hollow object, okay? So we use our formula. It's pi r squared h. So pi, this for the big one, times 5 squared times 6, which equals 471.238 ... Diameter of the volume of the small one, again, it's pi r squared h, so it's pi times 4 squared times 6, which gives me 301.592 ... So what I want is the volume of the hollow object. It's going to be volume of the big minus volume of the small. So that's 471.238 minus 301.592. And this will give us a resulting answer of 169.6 centimeters cubed. And it said to the nearest tenth, so I rounded it. Okay, so again, it's just a matter of translating those numbers into our objects there. Now, it's time to practice. You've been doing these volume questions. We're starting with volume first. We'll do surface area later. You've been doing these kinds of questions, and you're going to practice with them. And really a matter of shading things or identifying things. If it helps you to draw, to shade things in like I did up here, do it. Okay? Draw all over your paper as needed. Whatever you need to do to help you do these volume questions. And you know how to do the pieces. So for instance, if you're looking at B and you did these pieces, if you got the pieces right, you could still get part marks for this. So please feel free to kind of do those pieces, do what you know. And it also helps that if you do get an answer wrong, if you've got the pieces, then it's easier to find the mistakes, okay? So if you go through some. So there's some practice questions for you to do. So you can see the practice questions starting